Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about an upcoming winter storm. I was going to also talk about the severe weather event that is upcoming, but the slides would be taking too long to make for the video, so I will do that in a video later today or tomorrow, most likely. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So let's start with the GFS showing the winter storm. We see the snow in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Nebraska, and South Dakota mainly. This is the peak of the system, and we're seeing moderate to heavy snow, especially in central Minnesota. Then we see the ECMWF showing even heavier snow, a little more south in the Minnesota, Iowa, South Dakota, and Nebraska. Still, we have the addition of Iowa having the heaviest snow. And we do see that they're showing the peak of the system around 102. And by the peak, I mean when it is strongest. Having the heaviest snow, we see widespread moderate snow and heavy snow in Iowa, as I just mentioned, mainly in western Iowa. GFS total snowfall shows up to 12 inches, so up to a foot in the newest run, isolated spots going into Canada, and we see widespread 10 and 11 inches, as well as 6 inches in almost all of central Minnesota, northwest Wisconsin, a lot of South Dakota, and those are the main areas. So people could have to watch out to 6 to 10 inches of snow up to 12 inches. ECMWF definitely shows more. This is the Kuchera ratio. It was not available for the GFS. This is the one I prefer to use. But with this, ECMWF shows widespread over a foot, mainly in southern Minnesota, eastern Iowa, and Nebraska, and southern South Dakota, up to 18 inches and 16 inches in some spots. It's showing isolated spots up to 2 feet. And, of course, 6 inches of snow all the way up into Canada. So ECMWF is definitely showing more snow than GFS. The GFS is showing, after the snowstorm comes through, much below normal temperatures. We see 12 to 16 degrees below normal, while the ECMWF shows 16 degrees below normal as well, but definitely more south. So we see the ECMWF mainly shows it in western Iowa, and Nebraska, while the GFS mainly shows the colder air in South Dakota, North Dakota, and Minnesota. GFS shows after the cold front come through in the winter storm, temperatures down to the negative 20s, widespread negative 10s, negative 1s, and far-reaching 10s and 20s of degrees, while the ECMWF shows a little bit of negative, but mainly temperatures in the 10s and 20s. GFS shows 20 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts with 10 to 20 mile per hour sustained winds, while the the winds will be strongest in Minnesota, and as well as parts of eastern South Dakota, eastern North Dakota, and north and west Nebraska. While the ECMWF mainly showing their winds in northwest Iowa, southwest Minnesota, as well as eastern South Dakota, with wind gusts up to 38 miles an hour, and that will create wind chills, which we'll get onto right now. GFS shows wind chills of down to negative 40s, negative 30s, and negative 20s. So definitely watch out for that, while ECMWF shows wind chills into the negative 10s. And this video is fairly quick, so we're going to end it with this large storm system is forecast to impact the upper Midwest Monday through Tuesday. Heavy snow, freezing rain, and rain all are possible depending on the track of the storm. So it's very uncertain. And I have the picture here. We're saying a strong winter storm is possible for the northern plains and Midwest, as well as the southwestern mountains. Ice and freezing rain are possibilities with strong winds, heavy snow, and high snow accumulations being the main threats. I'm saying around a moderate risk for Monday, January 2nd, a high risk for Tuesday, January 3rd, and Wednesday, a slight risk for January 4th. High risk for snow, moderate risk for wind, slight risk for freezing rain and ice, and a moderate forecast confidence. So, yeah, and these risk levels are showing how strong I think the storm will be that day and the severity of the impacts. Anyway, thanks for watching. This video was definitely shorter. I just needed to get a video out today. I've had a very busy day today. Severe weather update will come later today or tomorrow, or 2 videos. I can guarantee you a severe weather update will come tomorrow, possibly accompanied by another video. We will see. Anyway, have a great day, guys, and stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye.